name is Holly, and this is the Murder She Shed, the place where we discuss true crime right from my she shed. And today, I have a breaking solved case for you. We will get right into that after I ask you if you'd please hit that like and subscribe if you would like more unique true crime content right from my Murder She Shed. I mean, who else has a she shed that is involved with murder? Well, I really don't want to know who else does. You should keep that to yourself. Brittanee Drexel's body was finally found after 13 years. The killer finally admitted to the murder of 17-year-old Brittany and led authorities to her body. Her body was located about 33 miles from where she actually went missing from. Brittany went missing on April 25th, 2019. Brittany asked Dawn, her mother, if she could go to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. She was from New York, and she wanted to go there over spring break with her boyfriend and some girlfriends. Her mother refused, since basically she did not know the other teenagers, and there was no adults going to be on the trip with them. She also had a premonition that something bad would happen. I want to tell you, people, listen to women's intuition. If you have a mother, you listen to what she says, because sometimes, I don't know how, we just know. This led to arguments between Brittany and her mom for several days. And then on April 22nd, Brittany asked if she could go to a friend's house for a day or two to just calm down, to which Dawn agreed. That day, Brittany left for South Carolina with the other students without her mother's knowledge or permission. I'm telling you, listen to your mother, people. That night, around 8 p.m., Brittany left her friends at the Bar Harbor Hotel Beachfront Resort to walk about 1.5 miles south down to the South Ocean Boulevard to visit a longtime friend who was staying at the Blue Water Resort. Security cameras at the Blue Water Resort showed her arriving and leaving. She was carrying a beige purse and wearing a black and white tank top, flip-flops, and shorts. The cameras captured her around 8:45 p.m., and here is that surveillance video. So after leaving, Brittany was just texting with her boyfriend, John, who could not come on the trip. He had work commitments to see to. So they had been texting back and forth, but around 9:15 p.m., her text suddenly stopped, and John began calling her friends in Myrtle Beach to see if they knew where she was or what had happened to Brittany. When those efforts failed, he called Brittany's mother, Dawn, who had not even known that her daughter was in Myrtle Beach and didn't know her boyfriend was not with her either. Dawn called the Rochester police, hoping that they could establish some kind of communications with their counterparts in South Carolina. Repeated calls and texts to Brittany's phone went unanswered. Brittany had met up with a friend, like I said, named Peter, and that's where she had went to that resort, and was headed back to her hotel to return some shorts that she had borrowed from a friend. Just like 1.5 miles back to that hotel when Brittany disappeared. After getting the call, the police went to Brittany's hotel, and they searched her hotel room, and they found all of her clothes there. She had packed, but not her purse or cell phone. The phone's network pings were tracked on a path leading 50 to 60 miles south of Myrtle Beach in an area along U.S. Route 17 near the Georgetown-Charleston County line, which in this map I'm now putting up, you can see how close her body was found to this Route 17. Very close, and that's where they heard the pings last. They stopped abruptly early on the morning, April 26th. Areas near there and around Myrtle Beach, where a body might have been disposed of, were then searched for 11 days, when she first went missing. For years, a man by the name of Timothy Deshaun Taylor was accused of the crimes due to an informer saying he witnessed Brittany's being held in his stash house after being kidnapped for sex trafficking. He stated he had seen Brittany being gang RAPE'd by 8 to 12 men, and then he heard gunshots afterwards. And some men brought out a rolled up rug he thought Brittany's body could have been wrapped in. Either this was all false information from the informant, or it was another girl that he had thought was Brittany. Maybe there was another circumstance like that. Who knows? The real killer is a man named Raymond Moody, 62, who had been around Myrtle Beach around the time of Brittany's death. He had received a speeding ticket in that area the day Brittany had disappeared. Brittany's remains were found only about 2.5 miles from a hotel that Moody was living in at the time. Moody served 21 years in prison for assaulting 7 girls in California, including kidnapping and RAPing one of them. Moody's victims in California were girls, get it? Aged 5 to 17, young girls. In 2015, one of Moody's victims, Carrie Harding, here's her picture, spoke to Fox News. She was only 8 years old when she was kidnapped and RAP'd in 1983. Harding was walking alone to meet a friend at her elementary school in California when she encountered Moody on January 20th, 1983. He forced her into his car, saying he intended to drop her off at a police station because you're too little to be out here by yourself. It's pretty smart. Them pedophiles know what they're doing. Moody drove to an empty cul-de-sac where he RAP'd her repeatedly before she managed to escape after pleading with her assailant to use a bathroom. Too bad she was smarter. She gotcha. Harding was able to tell the police she saw a green sticker on Moody's car, which police determined was needed to gain entry onto a U.S. Navy base near where she was abducted. That ultimately led them to Moody, who confessed to the RAP and to assaulting 6 other children. He served slightly over half of his prison sentence, guys. If he had served the complete sentence, we would not be talking about Brittany's death right now. So sad. He had lived in South Carolina since 2004 and worked in a woodworking shop. It just makes me wonder if there are more victims out there, dead or alive, in that area. Most likely dead, because he probably learned from the first prison sentence he could not RAP them and keep them alive. That's what a lot of them do. Then they start killing. Brittany's body was located after Moody told the authorities the location. It is alleged that Moody kidnapped, RAP'd, sexually beat her, killed the teen by manually strangling her before burying her body in the woods, which I'd heard in one article that was on his land, and then I heard it was in the woods somewhere. And so only one article said that, so I'm sticking with in the woods. It said she was RAP'd and killed at the Santee River. Moody was charged with murder, kidnapping, and criminal sexual conduct for her death and disappearance. He was also charged with obstruction of justice on the same day as Brittany's disappearance. But authorities have not confirmed if that charge is related to Brittany's case. Okay, they're just now charging for this obstruction of justice, but the obstruction of justice happened on her disappearance day. So, I'm sure it's related. I'm not sure. of what it entails. I don't know. Moody is being looked at in the death of Crystal Souls as well. Crystal Souls was last seen on January 24, 2005, at Shaw's Corner Store in Andrews, South Carolina as well. She called home to ask one of her parents if they could come pick her up. Her mother, Gail, was at work, and at the time, her dad, who was battling cancer, couldn't drive to pick her up. So she decided then that she would just make the short walk home. But just like Brittany, she never made it back. During that walk home, she disappeared. Crystal had a son who was 5 when she disappeared. Crystal's son, Mitchell, hopes this will bring renewed interest on his mother's case. I hope so too. People have been leaving gifts at the memorial tree honoring Brittanee Drexel. Here's the memorial tree. Brittany's mother said, "I have been waiting for this day for 13 years, ever since, the day Brittany disappeared." Brittany's dad, Chad Drexel, said, "They want Moody to receive the death penalty if convicted." He said, "I'm an eye for an eye kind of guy. He's going to have to answer to someone." I agree. Now that Brittany's family can bring her home, a celebration of her life is being planned in Rochester and in the Myrtle Beach area. I am so glad that the family is finally going to receive justice. And there's some answers, and they have a body to bring home. I'm so happy for the family. It's not the answer you want ultimately, but it's better than it was her just being missing. I love to do solved persons case because I love to see when a victim finally does get some form of justice. Before I leave, I want to tell you guys, I'm sorry you can hear my icebox rattling. Oh, only South we say icebox. Or refrigerator, as some of you call it, rattling. And I keep one in my she shed because I just like to drink Dr. Peppers. I'm guilty of that. And I like to keep the little Dr. Peppers in here and the big ones in the house because my boys will drink the little ones like down just like that. So I just keep those in here. And I usually unplug it, but I didn't this time because I thought, well, I'm going to try it with it because I always forget to plug it back. And who likes hot Dr. Peppers? I was just like, I'm going to leave it plugged and I'm going to try it that way. So I'm sorry if it is making a lot of noise. Simon, who usually comes out with me, said, "Heck no, I'm not coming out there today." My German Shepherd, he knows I don't turn the air conditioner on when I'm out in the she shed and recording. So he's like, "I'm going to stay in the cool house." But when it's cool out here and I'm painting, he will come because he likes it then because it's extra cool. Whatever, I'm just rattling on and I will let you guys go. And I hope you have a blessed rest of the week. And I'll see ya most likely before the 3 weeks. I say 3 weeks, but then these cases pop up. All right, love y'all. Bye.